men really do well with having a partner with, on a for a period. Like between mid of the year, I was like, bruh, I was flatlining. Your mind can be your biggest weapon or your biggest downfall. Biggest weapon or your biggest downfall. Hey guys, happy new year. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time being here, hi, my name is Didi and I create lifestyle and wellness content. And this is literally the first video of the year, right? The first sit down of the year. And I haven't done a sit down in such a long time. But I just figured and I haven't done a sit down in such a long time. But I just figured before we get into, I just wanted to do a small recap of my year. Not really. I just wanted to just some of the things that I feel like carried me through 2023. Because personally for me, I feel like 2023 was such carried me through 2023. Because personally for me, I feel like 2023 was like it was like there was a good and there was a bad. Like I feel like it was at a point I feel like I just let go of myself, but I'm so glad that at a point I feel like I just let go of myself, but I'm so glad trusting in myself and going back to trusting in myself and sometimes knowing that you just need to go through some seasons. Life happens and sometimes you just need. And I just wanted to share with you guys 5 things that I have learned through the year, and I hope you can learn maybe, or you can also just share with me some of the a profound thing that you learned in the year 2023 that you are definitely gonna carry yourself. You're gonna carry to 2024. And I'm gonna begin by first saying that my word for this year is settlement. And I'm just gonna start by just defining that. I feel like for me, every year I like starting my year knowing that, okay, what's my focus of the year, what's my goal, and what is my word, what's my driving. And I'm gonna be sharing with you guys the next video. I'm gonna be sharing with you guys some of the processes that I did to bring up my vision board and everything. But for now, let's just sit down, get a cup of juice or tea. I love tea, so let's get a cup of tea. I have mine here, but it's almost done, but it's fine. So I'm gonna be just quick and straight to the point, just give you guys these 5 pointers, and I hope you'll be able to pick something, and I also hope that you'll be able to share something. Okay, so one thing I learned is that everyone's journey is different, because I feel like we're in a time where our digital space and our digital era, you always see people doing so many things, and you might never know the backstory to things. You never know what happened behind closed doors. So you might just look at this thing and see, oh my gosh, she's done this, she's going this place, and you don't know what happens behind the scenes. So I feel like for me, I learned that everyone's journey is different, and I was at a point where I was feeling stagnant in a way, especially in my career, and I was like, okay, what am I doing? Where am I going? What is all of this? And I feel like I just got to understand that everyone has a different journey, and things did end up looking up, and I'm really, really grateful for that. So that's my biggest takeaway. And the second point is that it also still ties hand in hand, and that for me is that it's important to have people who can carry you through every season. Through the highs, have someone who can carry you. Through the lows, have someone who can carry you, because I feel like we can't really move in this life being alone. I don't think we're designed to be alone. Men die a lot. The rates of death is higher in men, because men, we all are men anyway. Men really do well with company, with a partner, with all of that. So I feel like in light of that, it's important to know that you can't do anything alone. It's important to have a support system around you, and they'll be able to carry you through it all. Trust me, literally my friends, my circle, my family, they're a big pillar in my life, and I feel like without them, I don't know where I'd be, to be honest. I don't know. Another thing that I think 2023 taught me, and it's also what 2020 taught me, is that hard times are inevitable. I don't think there's anyone in this life who can just go morning to evening through the entire year. No one's success story was just like that. I mean, sometimes it is, but even in that, there's always gonna be some hard times. And the biggest thing that you can take from that is that, you know, they're not always going to be permanent, and you need to always focus on the good and see the light at the end of the tunnel. So even in this low moment, like, what can I take away from this? And that's something that I learned. And I remember even when I was leaving work, I was like, oh my god, so now, okay, did I do the right thing? Like, was it this the right, like, is this like what's happening? But I focused on the good, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna build myself, I'm gonna educate myself, I'm gonna try and grow myself, I'm gonna learn something new, I'm gonna create more, I'm gonna, like, there was so much, okay, despite the fact that I was in the gutters for a while, there's still so much I picked up out of that, and I was able to, like, still focus on the good. And I feel like that's very important, and I'm definitely gonna carry that through my entire life, not just this year, but generally. And another thing is that your mind can be your biggest weapon or your biggest downfall. So everything that you do, every decision you make always starts from the mind. You decide to work, it's your choice. You decide to leave, it's your choice. You decide to date, it's your choice. You decide to walk away from a friendship, from a relationship, from an abusive, like, it's all in the mind. And if your mind is not built to transform, to be leveled, you're gonna have a hard time. So for me, I think that's something I learned in 2018 when I was going through my mental breakdown, and I was like, bruh, if I didn't have the mental capacity, if I didn't build that skin, and it takes time, it's not always like just like that, but it takes time. If you don't build your mental capacity, you're gonna have a hard time. So I just urge you, let your mind be a place where there's growth and flowers and insight and light and love and hope. Because if it's in the gutters, you are going to have a hard time. You're going to open yourself up to a lot of negative things, and it's going to be hard to come out of those moments. Trust me, I know. And last but not least, my biggest takeaway is that you need to just trust God through every season. Like, for me, I feel like he's always been the biggest motivation, the biggest point of contact. Like, every decision I make, I have to want to involve him. Even when I don't want to, I have to. Like, it's just something that something that I learned over the years, and I feel like it's carried me through a lot of moments. And even when my year was like not looking up for a period, like between mid of the year, I was like, bruh, I was flatlining. But God really carried me through, and the people that supported me also carried me through. And the fact that even my circle is also like faith-based, and everyone kind of still had that planting, they still had to sow a seed in me, a seed of faith, a seed of hope, a seed of advice. Like, it really, really helped me. And the fact that I also have God by my side and the word to guide me, I feel like that really helped me and will continue to help me. And those are just 5 things that I learned this year. I didn't want to make it a whole 23 lessons because that's gonna be a long video, and I'm sure this is still long, but I hope you guys picked up something from that. I'm really wishing you guys to have a great year. Go crush those goals, focus on the good, push your barriers, go push, go get it. Oops, daddy, sorry. So I really just wish that, you know, you try and have a different perspective towards life and be open-minded, and you're gonna move through it in an easy and seamless way. And I hope you guys do have a lovely year, and thank you so much for rocking with me in 2023. I do hope to continue creating more and be more consistent and grow more. So if you do see my content, please like, share, comment, engage with me, share with your friends. It usually helps me, you know, get more people, engage with more people, reach a wider audience. So that is like a goal I have, is to just grow in this space. And I just want to thank you guys so much, and I wish you a lovely year. And I'm gonna see you guys on my next video, and do let me know some of the things that you learned in the year, or a word that is gonna carry you for this year. So thank you so much. I'm gonna see you soon.